Welcome back, my dear Vikings, to Pathfinder Raveled Righteous Let's Play. We're continuing with our Aasimar, Wyren. We have reached the tavern. We need a rest because we are fatigued. We are also having all kinds of treat afflictions with our character. But we have found Ember and we have found Nenio. Two very peculiar characters that we're going to have a little bit of a chit-chat with. Before we do the chit-chat, I'm actually going to move myself over here, and we're going to quickly hop into photo modes, for I feel like this would be the thumbnail for our today's episodes. A little chit-chat over here with Ember, our new friend, and our star of the show, Wyren. He freaking looks like Rockstar Jesus with his open shirt, the glasses, and the halo on the back. This up close, I'm seeing the first time how burnt Ember actually is. I guess that's also part of her name. So, quick screenshot. There we go. That's our thumbnail for today's episode. I mean, the idea is that you can do ranged spells with touch property and thus touch AC. Oh, yeah, that's true, because we have, if we go over here, there's a difference between armor class, flat-footed armor class, touch armor class. So the touch AC, of course, is a lot lower for everybody. Because, for example, her AC is 23, but her touch AC is 11. Ember burned by Halo's line and feels sad. Boy, oh boy. Okay. Gonna dick move flashbanging everyone while wearing sunglasses. I actually did not see that comparison there. Oh, sorry. That just makes it double funny. Okay, let's do the rest first and then talk to our new companions. We do need... I do need some spellcrafting and potion making. So I think Vizaldi over here has that for us. First aid kit. Alchemist kit. There we go. How much money do we have? We have nobody who's using a kukri. I'm going to sell that. We don't have nobody who's using a heavy mace. I'm going to sell that as well. Hide armor +1. Not usable at the moment. And for the rest... scroll remove sickness. Gotta keep that. We have some med kits. That's good. Other than that, price in descending. The glaive. We've nobody using glaives either. So, nope. Put that back. We're getting 4k out of this, but up to level 3. Let's start so lower. Scroll Scriber Kit 1. Alchemist Kit 1. Yeah. Let's do it like that. And then ingredients is over here. Oliver Feather. Okay, holy moly. These are quite expensive, to say the least. Okay, fair enough. Deal. We've got 9k. Is there any magical item that he is having? Let's see. Give me price descending. Ice Protector. Grants the wearer cold resistance. If the wearer has an ice plant axe, it also grants them natural armor bonus to AC. Ice plant axe. I think that's something that our witches can get. Ice plant axe. If I'm not mistaken. But we'll see it level up. And then decide. Okay. Let's have a quick rest. Exactly. It's like the blitz ding that Man in Black has. Like, watch it. So, potions craft. You can brew potions, I think. You definitely can brew potions. Choose potions to craft. Brew potions. Nobody? Okay, I have no recipe for potion crafting. Fair enough. Good that we bought the cheap ones. So we're gonna do then some cooking. Meaning Ninya's gonna be here, and you're gonna get some support by Ember. And then scroll scribing. Actually, Ninya's gonna do that. So for Create Pit, I need a higher scriber's kit, I guess. So what we could do here is some magic missiles. Let's do that. She can do that on her own. As of for cooking, looks like Sela can handle that. Alchemy is knowledge worlds. And then the supports. Could have put Chameleon here. Weep. So, Spacey Pastry, speed bonus, temporary hit points with seasoned wings and thighs, or a hearty meal, bonus for skill checks. Let's go for an speed bonus. Begin resting.
Thus, I have scientifically proven that the maximum distance an arrow can travel is achieved when it is released from a bow at an angle of 45 degrees from the horizon.
What? You've done it already? Did you consider wind speed and direction? Then go and run the numbers again. I'll just nap here. Your mumbling about calculations is relaxing.
Okay, so food successful and scroll scribing successful. We rolled a 1 on scroll scribing. I wonder if that would be actually an critical failure, but apparently not. Free ASMR. Kind of like that. So, let's have a look with Amber. The elf in front of you is young, still an adolescent, by the standards of their long-lived folk, a childish, carefree smile. You're always so cheerful. How do you manage to remain so hopeful when you're surrounded by such horror? Hope? No. Hope is a lie. What should we hope for? This world is in the hands of demons. The gods can help, or they don't want to. Or they forgot about us altogether. The people know they're about to be eaten by demons, but still they quarrel with each other and fight and steal. There is no hope, only us. Well, we'll have to win without hope. It'll be hard. The entire abyss is against us, and we can only win by some miracle, which means we'll have to make one happen. What other choice do we have? We'll work a miracle and win, because we have to. Okay. Tell me about yourself. Well, they call me Amber. I used to live in River City, and now I walk with you. That's my story. River City. Kenabres is a city of glory, but not one of spotless virtue. Until the first Mendevian Crusade, it was a small town perched atop of a bluff overlooked in the West Selen River. During the final dark days of Sarkoris, hysterical refugees splashed across the river and sought safety behind the walls of Kenabres. At first, the refugees were allowed in unquestionably. However, a Lilitude demon named Minago entered Kenabres magically disguised as a refugee. Oh boy. Why do they call you Ember? I had many names when I was little. Mom and Dad called me Dove, or Cricket, or Kitten. Dad called me his ray of sunshine. And when my mom was cross, she called me by a long name, a grown-up one. I can't remember it, no matter how hard I try. Then, when I came to live in River City, the good people called me different funny names like Amber, or Torch, or Smokey. I don't know why. They called my bird Brain because I have a crow. They called me Lucky 7 because I have my fingers. She raises her hand, and the middle finger on the right hand and the two smaller fingers on the left hand are missing. Oh my god. They sometimes called me grilled meat and said I was stupid, but I didn't feel hurt. I mean, you're right, I really am silly. They didn't mean to hurt me. I like amber. It was a good word. Ambers are like people. On the outside, they're gray and cold like stones, but they're warm inside. You can blow on them and they'll start a fire to help you survive a cold night. And that's wonderful, isn't it? Amber it is. Dude, you are too wholesome for this world, Ember. Too wholesome. Where do you get your scars from? It happened by accident. My dad and I come sailing down the river to join the crusade. Dad said that all the good people were going to the Worldwound to heal it. He said that the Crusades were the best people in the world and together we were going to win. But then we arrived in the river city. The Crusaders got everything mixed up. They thought my dad and I were bad and decided to burn us at the stake. Dad died, and I cried so loudly that one good night realized it was all a big mistake. He started yelling at the other Crusaders, even the one in charge, and then walked right into the fire and got me out. The others wanted to stop him, but he took out his sword and scared them away. The kind knight took me to a healer. I later learned that while the knight was pulling me from the flames, he himself was burned so badly that he died not long after. But I'm still alive. I have a few fingers missing and my skin is funny. But I lived in the river city ever since. I never had my own house, but I had many friends. And then the demons came and I met you and knew what happened after. Wow. Is it really so easy to forgive them? I'm not sure I could be so merciful. No one can see how much good or evil they have in them. No one can see into their own soul. Ember smiles and tilts her head. Her inquisitive look wanders off your face, as if she's trying to look into your soul. No one knows until it's time to check. Oh, he is freaking me out a little bit, I have to say. You worship any deity? Dad told me to pray to Yamade. He said she was the kind goddess, and she called people to crusade against evil. The knights who burned my dad and me worshipped her too. They even lit the fire with a prayer to her, and she did nothing to help us. But then, one kind knight alone, without any good gods, changed his mind and saved me. Everyone has a tragic backstory, well, apart from Camellia, if you ask me. Ever. Like, in the literal sense, evil? Like, romance her, or don't care for her? Even though the Hungarian meaning of Ember sounds more normal and self-evident. What's the Hungarian meaning of Ember? I'm curious now, Tarek. I think the gods are the same as us. They don't understand anything, and they're scared of everything. So they hurt themselves and the rest of us. People worship the gods only because they're afraid of being responsible for themselves. And the gods listen to the praise, and they become smug and arrogant and begin to believe that they're better than us. But they're not better. They're silly sinners, just like the rest of us. Sometimes I pray to the gods, different ones, the good ones, the bad ones. I ask them to stop fighting and hurting each other. I don't know if they ever hear me, but if they do, I mean, the knight who wanted to burn me, he was able to change his mind and do good deeds. If he can change, maybe Baphomet can too. That is some wishful thinking, Amber. Amber means man, human, people. Ember. Michi, now it's Ember. Okay, that's interesting, Tarek. Thanks for sharing. How did you survive on the streets? There are many good people in River City. When I sang for them in the streets, they often give me coins, or bread, or sometimes even clothes. I shared everything with my other homeless. And they showed me where it's safe to sleep, where I could get out of the rain and cold, and where I could find discarded things. When Demon destroyed the River City, I looked for my friends, but I found no one. They probably all died. The homeless have no supplies or weapons or basements to hide in, and the knights won't protect them either. Knights are like gods, so self-important. They're saving the world after all. What do they care about the homeless? Where do your magical powers come from? These tricks? I have them from my grandma. She used to be my father's grandma, and before that, his father's. I've never seen herself, but she's very clever and kind. When I lived on the street, sometimes she left food for me or a blanket in the winter. Sometimes I feel her stroking my hair as I fall asleep. But if I open my eyes, there's no one near. She has also sent me Soot. She tells Soot how to do different tricks, and Soot teaches me. It appears Ember doesn't know how exactly and what exactly gives her the powers, but you can guess from her words that her patron is Andoletta, a powerful archon, one of the Imperial Lords, also known as Grandmother Crow. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. Can we react to that? Thanks for your answers. I have to go. I still am not sure what kind of group constellation I want to do. Either Staunton. Anything else? I've seen how other soldiers treat you. Guilty or not, they have no right to treat you that way. What rights does a traitor have? Well, okay. We're going Lich. Romance her. But you will find out to play. I think Darren is my favorite. Darren is a favorite, interesting. I don't think Wyren will go Lich. We're gonna be probably Angelic, or if we manage Golden Dragon, will be interesting. She's writing already occasions and formals onto the wall. Boy, I'm pleased with you. I see to bring me the safety, and that's exactly what you did. Indeed, having a follower to aid me is the most efficient and frankly pleasing. With you on hand, I shall conquer new horizons, plumb the depths of knowledge, hit hitherto unknowns, and scale dizzying heights for the future discoveries. Then he stops to catch her breath. What I mean is, I'd like to express my deepest gratitude. I foresee immense potential in your future cooperation. Do you always express your delight so effusively? What? Who are you? And he stares at you for a while. But then it replaced by recognition. Oh yes, my new follower. So what am I supposed to do? Oh yes. I must provide some verbal encouragements for you, as yet modest achievements, and try to introduce you to strive for more of such encouragement. That is a principle that underpins any training. She frowns, but only for an instant. Ah, I see your modest nature will unsettled by the overabundance of my gratitude. I do apologize for putting you in such an awkward position. I'll never praise you again, unless I forget. But let's get back to business at hand. Your new assignment will be to take me to the unconspicuous ruins that are located even more unconspicuously valley lying between Canabris and Dresden. As soon as I reasonably practicable, I'll mark the place on your map with a large red cross, so you won't forget. What's so special about these ruins? I'm glad you asked. This is my greatest hypothesis, my secret project, and I won't pass up to the opportunity to share it with you. Because you are the most loyal follower, you are the worthy of possession such knowledge. And also because you are the first person who ever asked me about it. The voice acting of Nenyu makes my head hurt. Some time ago, I was walking around the borders of the Worldwound and I met a strange person. He was wearing a frayed grey robe and his face was hidden behind an odd white mask. We met such a person when we found Nenyu. Of course, I didn't miss the opportunity to ask him about the reasons for his absurd appearance. And do you know what he said to me? He said, I am the answer. But what is the question? Then he walked off into the direction of the Worldwound. The next day, after I had already forgotten about the first encounter, I had another similar encounter. This time I met an elven woman, judging by the pointy ears sticking out from behind the mask. I am the answer, but what is the question? She said, before taking off to the Worldwound. And then I realized everything became clear to me. I know a mystery when I see one. Consider this one of my myriad talents. After all these geysers weren't simply on their way to the costume party, were they? After examining several maps, I determined that they were all heading into one direction, to the place not far from Canabris, a place which is marked as nameless ruins, even on ancient Zircorian maps. That's where I need to go. Unraveling the secrets of that place will be the greatest discovery. I will be secure my place in history and perhaps be a legend. Okay. How do you know that I have to go there? Do you know how to find a beehive in a forest? You need to catch 2 bees, set them free into different locations of the forest, and remember the directions they fly. Then you make a map and draw lines showing the bees' routes, and place where the lines intersect will mark the location of the beehive. Fascinating, yes? Does it actually work in real life as well? But forest bees do not make any honey. I used beehives principles here too. For a couple of months, I tracked the strange people with the mask and observed the direction in which they were traveling. I collected the coordinates, mapped their estimated routes, and made a discovery. That's all for now I wanted to ask you. Thank you, Condi. Well, now you know, so off you go. Could I just make a rhyme? Perhaps I've discovered poetic talent in myself. Let's conduct an experiment, quickly. See any word and I'll try to find a rhyme for it right away. Science. That's when thinkers make alliance. Intellectual defiance. Not the best rhymes, though, you think? Well, this experiment was unsuccessful. We've learned that I have no poetic talent after all. But it's not a reason for despair. Having a gift of poetry in addition to inexhaustible intelligence would have been a little too much. Besides, I'm catastrophically busy and I have no time to spend on writing poetry. Pathfinder, couldn't you just follow the bees, or are they smart enough to not lead you there? I don't think bees have the sense of dread and being followed. Yeah, most likely. Just following them would probably work as well. One more thing. I didn't like that you call me boy. My name is Wyren. On a grand scale of history, your name is irrelevant. I have no reason to remember it. You see, the brain of any given individual can contain only a limited amount of facts. I only expend my memory on things that are truly important. The laws of ferromancy, divine esoterica, planar geography, things that will lead Golarion to a brighter future. Besides, what if I make a great discovery but I won't be able to remember it because my memory is full of outdated or useless information? What a nightmare that would be. What a loss for the whole of Golarion. But you do remember your own name, right? Only so I know that to put the author's name in my encyclopedia. Are there names worth remembering? There are, and not to my deepest regrets, there are too many of them. The names of gods, demigods, and names of rulers, conquerors, and other persons, by some reason deemed great by the people of Golarion, they etched their names into history, and alas, every self-respecting educated person must know of them. But there are some names I am happy to remember. Great scientists, some of them divine, others mortal, true keepers of knowledge, and great experimentalists. The pioneer of knowledge, Irori Nethys Arelu Volesh. Arelu Volesh? Masters of Masters, the Enlightened One. As the all-seeing eye. Okay. Arelu Volesh opened the Worldwound. She's the betrayer of humanity. It's her fault the demons invaded Golarion. Oh yes, she's the greatest of the greatest. Just imagine she managed to open the rifts from Golarion to the Abyss. No one knew how, no one believed it was possible, and no one even dreamed of such a thing. And she just did it. Those are experiments of the century. I would have been so happy if I could have been in her place. Of course, some part of Golarion population died as a result of the experiment, and the Crusaders have still wrestling with the consequences to this day. But the very essence of the Arelu managed to do that is a breakthrough of cosmic significance, both figuratively and literally. Blah, 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 blah. My tongue is starting to twist. Sooner or later, the Worldwound will be closed. Peace will return. As for the victims of the ongoing war, they will be remembered as unfortunate but avoidable sacrifices made by the altar of science. That's an interesting way to look at things. I'm not sure the Crusaders will agree with you, though. Were we talking about something? Okay, I have to go. This conversation lasted approximately 5 minutes. By the way, did you know that the exact same amount of time the Inquisitors of Cannabis need to find a defendant guilty? But the shake of Inquisitors chasing you will take 5 times as long. That experiment proved that running while clad in heavy armor is not burdensome for them at all. My head spins right round, baby, right round. Holy moly. Okay. So we'll take tell Forna that we let her go. Let's take full that we met her. How may I help you? I think Kalissa might be a drow. You see a shadow pass over Forna's eyes for a single instant, then his face is just as impassive as before. A drow? Unlikely. It's more plausible that her dark service has left a brand similar to the ones twisted the entire drow race.
Keep up the awesome streams, Kormak.
Made my day, Mouseman. Thank you kindly for being my ray of sunshine for today. Thank you for 43 months of support and your tier 1 subscription. Highly appreciate it. I met Kalissa. Under what circumstances, I hope you seized the opportunity to kill her. Are you certain of your allegations? I am. Her misdeeds are terrible and proven with absolute certainty. She claims she doesn't serve the demons. Of course she does. In an attempt to buy her life, she would stoop to the boldest and most egregious of lies. Whose word do you trust, hers or mine? Well, I did let her go. Your decision is regrettable. I'm afraid that in doing so, you have condemned her many future victims to death. I suppose this just means that bringing this hunt to a close falls upon my shoulders. If you say so. Good fortune. Good fortune. Hey, Chief, want to talk? I want to know more about you. Your family tieflings too? Oh, my family? That's an interesting story, but I don't tell it to anyone. My father and mother had a bakery. The life was great, but gods never blessed them with any children. One day, my mother went to the river to wash some clothes and saw a basket floating downstream. Inside the basket was a baby. That was me. They raised me as their own. When I turned 15, my mother shoved me and my baby blankets, and I was embroidered with a coat of arms of an unknown kingdom, all in gold thread. Ever since, I've been looking for my real parents, but it's not easy. Traveling takes money. I have a few gold coins. I'll pay you back as soon as I find my real family. Give my word. Are you just making up the story to get some coins, you little ass? That sounds very unbelievable. Seriously, usually everyone just believes everything I say. People love stories like that. You know, a cute baby in a basket, a blanket. What's not to love? They look at me differently, as I'm worth more than just because of the sheets I spit up on might have had a fancy coat of arms on them. If I was really a prince, I would be sitting around here. I can tell you that much. I've already gone to take what was rightfully mine, and then I'd come back with an army. So I could watch the guards and merchants who pushed me around all my life bow and scrape before me. That's not gonna happen. Want to hear the real story? The true story is boring. My family's human, both my father and mother. We used to live in a village nearby. I forgot the name. When my ma had me, my old man got so mad he almost killed her. Pinned her to the wall and started asking questions. Like why his son had horns and a tail. Well, my mom told him that her mother, my grandmother, used to fool around with a demon. When he heard this, Daddy Dearest got drunk, trashed the house, and then took off. So there was a lineage of demon in her blood. That's why he came out with horns and tail. I don't remember any of this, of course. My grandma told me. I was about 3 years old when my mother brought me to Canabris and left me with my grandma. She said to her, "You and your demon have ruined my life. Now you handle him." And then she left. I haven't seen her or my dad since. She did leave a blanket, though. That part was true. But my grandma burned it because it was infested with lice. It wasn't even good enough to use as a rag. You think after all that, my grandmother saw the light, felt rightly ashamed, and kissed my horns? I wish. People used to give her trouble for fooling around with a demon. She wasn't welcome anywhere. So she got angry. Normal kids get bedtime stories, see? But the only tales I got told were how my dad was worthless, my ma was a slut, and I was a demon spawn that no one cared about. She only kept me so I could help around the house and steal things she needed. So that's the truth. Wow. Kinokon was not exaggerating that everybody has a sad story. Probably the real story of the family. The true story is boring. My family's... Oh. Was the same already. How did you become a tiefling? I was already a tiefling, and life made me a thief. I've been in this business since I was a kid. My grandma used to say, if you don't work, you don't eat. And she gave me as an apprentice to Eager, a tiefling neighbor of ours. He was a cunning old geezer. He knew how to take a purse of somebody's belts, how to cut open bags undetected, even do some magic. I used to climb through basement windows and open doors from the inside while I was still small enough. And when I grew and stopped fitting through the windows, I decided I was done with my education. I repaid my grandma for everything she'd done for me, which was absolutely nothing. Why would I feed her if she wasn't bringing me any money? If you don't work, you don't eat, so I took off. I got bored of my teachers too. But when I was as much as hinted of leaving, he said I owed him for my education. So just nodded, and then I joined the Owl Bears, the gang that ran our district, and told them that Eager was working their territory. I don't know what happened to him, but I stayed with the Owlbears. Then their leader started giving me the cold shoulder. I did steal from him, but never that much. I had to rat them out to the guards. Then I joined the Golden Hands. That was a good time. Rich pickings. I could have stayed with the Golden Hands, but the Northmen promised me bigger cuts if I told them where the Golden Hands kept their loot. I'm no fool, of course, so I told them. After that, I only had one option to join the Northmen. And then the family came. At first, no one took them seriously, calling them tieflings and all that, but I felt the right way. They had power behind them, and they had more money. I am always on the winner's side, Chief. That's why I joined the tieflings. And right at time, some thugs came from the capital and made the Northmen leave. The ones who survived are the family now too. So you're just siding with the winning sides? Or the side that looks more powerful at the moment? I wonder if Wolfchief will be loyal and remain with us. If that is the case. Do you feel drawn by the Abyss? Why? Are you an Inquisitor or something? What is it to you? I've wronged you somehow, just come out and see it. Don't ask me trick questions. I know it happens. I used to know a fella. He was married to her sister of a guard. Some shady types got him drunk one night and started asking him suspicious questions about the gods, about the queen. So he wakes up hungover with a headache. Someone's mumbling something. It smells like smoke and his feet are kind of hot. He looks down and there's a fire under him and the prelate is reading out his sentence. Oh wow. What kind of magic do you use for a shadow? It looks strange. Everybody in the kitchen is afraid. Ladies and gentlemen, roll up, no damn magic or no fraud. The trick without any deception. Will just snaps his fingers and a blue flame engulfs him. The shadow that was previously lying calmly arose and floats in the air. It is the shadow of a huge horned winged demon with claws. Ta-da! Doesn't do anything, it just looks scary. I remember when I was little, an old beggar showed me and my friend how to make a shadow puppet. You put your fingers together in front of you of a light and it makes the shadow of a deer or a dog or a dove. I tried so hard I wanted to make it best shadow and I did. It just happened. Well enough, that's the last time I had any real friends. They tried to stone me later, screaming at me, calling me a demon. Wow. A tiefling is always a demon. To those wimps, even the lowest ranking drunken gnome thinks he's better than me, just because he hasn't got horns or a tail. The poorest beggar in the filthiest gutter thinks he's better than me. Most people would never show their shadows again after this first time. But I don't care. It's a harmless illusion. Looks formidable. I like it. What about blue fire? That's my favorite part. And it doesn't burn at all. If I had a coin for every time I caught a beating for my little show here, I'd already be proposing to Galfrey. But still, I don't want to give up on something so beautiful. Okay. Thanks for your part of the story. Good. Let's talk to our groups. Onwards to more adventures. Jernok, do you sell something? We did have a chat with him already. I'm not sure why it's showing us the text again. Do you have some new wares, my friends? No ingredients. Another apprentice lock. Let's buy one. So I have two. In case it breaks. So we do have some magic things over here. Gloves of the Neophytes. Whenever they work, gloves cast a cantrip that spells 1 additional damage per dice rolls. Okay, that's not bad. Overall. That's actually not bad gloves. We could use him to shoot cantrips. To make sneak attack damage with cantrips. I'll think about it. Still have a little bit of time before we dedicate ourselves towards a specific class. So Bon Buzz. Get a urine. We did talk with him about Staunton and the Full as well. Show me your wares. Not sure why it's looked like that. This helmet grants a wearer a DR3 damage reduction of 3 melee, but the wearer suffers penalty to perception checks. River called Iron. Film with the Minotaur. Sermons of the Labyrinth. That's what I sold him. Leather armor. Armor of Vigilance. Plus 4 bonus to AC against sneak attack. Sneak attacks. Oh, interesting. Let's go for price in descending. Attrition dagger. Once a round, when this dagger lands, it hits on an enemy, deals Constitution ability damage. This power can't lower the target's Constitution ability score below 5. Ooh, that's nasty. I think I'm gonna buy this Wolf Jiff. Deal. Okay. So Wolf Jiff, you're gonna have this attrition dagger. Exactly. We have this longbow over here. And we have the claw of Jista short swords. So the group constellation will be Wyren, Wolfjeff, Lan, Sela, and I think Nenio and Amber. I don't think I'm going to bring Camellia with me. I don't know, just don't like her. I just, for some reason, do not enjoy her company. Gonna grab the rings. From her. Them onto you. Only 5 HP. In terms of armor, you guys cannot wear any armor, right? Do I want to wear it? I'm gonna wear it. (23 AC), nice. Some mithril chains shirt. So we don't need magical armor on us. To spend that, I can use the spells for other things. Heroism. Okay, I need to put my skills down here differently. And see how I align those. So Dispel Magic over here, that's over there. I would like a charge. Coup de Grace on the ground. The Arcane Weapon and whatnot will be up there. I have my touch spells over here. I don't want to grow any claws. I'm gonna have heroism, magic, missiles, glitter dust as well. Then gonna have also the cantrip out. Burning Hands, Shocking Grasp, another set of magic missiles, and True Strike. Good. Stolen Moon. Traitor no longer putting the tieflings at risk, has been cleared and charged, but the moon, tale of distrust of treachery, is at end. However, Vulture still wants to discuss something with the commander in private.
The traitor is no longer putting the tieflings at risk, and
My
Woljif
bad.
has been cleared of all charges, but the Moon of the Abyss is gone and is possibly en route to its new owner. The tale of distrust and treachery is at an end. However, Woljif still wants to discuss something with the commander in private.
Good. Are we really staying in the party or just want a chance to run off? As if I could. There are demons and dangers around any corner. Don't worry, Chief. I'll work my death honestly. I won't stab you in the back or go run with your money. And if you buy my wares, I won't have to leave at all. Okay, it doesn't tell me about... Nothing interesting about that over here. Tell me about your shadow again. Okay. But the chat of that will be probably later. At some later point. Monstera, how you doing? Welcome in.
Let's
Good.
head out.
Let's focus on finding Jana Aldori that we've set out while scouting more of the area. You remain here. Ember comes with us. So, Blackwing Library. Let's go to the market square. Random encounter. Enemies, prepare ahead.
Yet another obstacle.
Spooters again. First in turn, interesting. Let's give you a fatigue touch. Second one does miss, of course. Let's do an icy spell. And then move away. Wolfjiv. Let's charge in. Constitution goes up by 1.
The light take you!
Oh, come on. That's a miss. Okay, Lan. Shoot the spider dead. Thank you kindly. Amber. You have a cantrip, Ember. You don't.
Surrender or else!
Surrender or else. So, touch of fatigue.
No contest.
Kaploom. Okay, we have quite a solid group going on. I like it. Imprisonment begins in one's own mind. Baphomet. Actually, some good wisdom there behind that statement. So, suggestions, Chad. Should we clear out the marketplace and have a look around here, or should we do the marketplace at a later state and move onwards to, I don't know, the Blackwing with the library and in other parts of here? So, build a bridge.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
There we go.
Let us be careful.
The Chronovis Crusaders. Yeah, let us please be careful
Are we playing hide and seek now?
and move forward. Speed of hide and seek, mage armor.
Excellent. Yes.
I'm not gonna use mage armor on me.
Is the heart's greatest challenge.
I could make a mage armor on Lan though. You're wearing light armor, right? You're wearing no armor. But you have braces of armor. So that would not work with mage armor together. Put that on
Yes.
him. He also has braces of armor. Damn it. Is what it is.
Together we stand.
Build a bridge out of wood next to that big fire. Yeah, it's kind of funky, right?
Lightly.
Now we are making a mystery of ourselves.
Get across the rubble or move out here. There's a dead person over there. And we have some giant fiendish centipedes. Lan.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Can you please shoot one of the centipedes? Thank you kindly.
Too late for apologies.
That's a high miss. Another one bites the dust. You overall should shoot with ice. I think I'll give you the ice ring. There we go. Sneak attack damage with these cantrips. That's pretty massive. Oh, hello there. There's more. Come on, shoot. There we go. Nice, Ember. I'm actually intrigued why Ember doesn't have any cantrips. She has Divine Zap, but that's it. Did we do the spell box for the rest? We did, okay.
You won't survive me.
Beautiful land.
Did you see that?
Mind over muscle.
Oh, there's another fly popping up. Interesting. So, let's go touch. No second hand attack. Interesting. Giant fly no more. Ember. Shoot. And end the flies.
I'm gone.
Oh, Hulrun. I'm gonna let this read out.
My beloved brother, I admire your zeal, of course, but would you not agree this is hardly the time to be standing guard over a hole that no one will ever emerge from? Or perhaps you're concerned that someone will decide to go for a nighttime stroll and will accidentally fall into it. Such foresight is laudable, but do you really need so many soldiers for such a task? Can't your warriors be put to better use, for instance, fighting demons or clearing rubble, while the people trapped beneath it might still be alive?
The face of this golden-curled Aasimar is beautiful even by the standards of his kind, in whose veins runs the blood of angels. His melodious voice sounds cheerful, but bitter reproach simmers in his gaze.
The bold red-haired fellow seems vaguely familiar. He isn't the leader of the local inquisitors by any chance. Be careful with him. Boy, those people place no value on science, and they believe that ignoring high-level scientific questions to the best response. Incidentally, do you know that the fastest way to draw the attention of Yamada's inquisitors is heartily bellowing, "Hail Baphomet!" After that, you will have precisely 3 seconds to explain yourself. It's best to prepare what you wish to say in advance. Don't you dare call me brother, heretic. The signs of recent hard fighting are obvious on the stern old man. How dare you accuse me of doing nothing to protect the city, especially now when the followers of your temple were caught committing treason. To my mind, you are no different than the demon worshippers, those miscreants, those beasts that are digging under the city walls.
Everyone knows, my dearest prelate, that in your zealous pursuit of order in the city, you have long since forgotten how to tell friend from foe and good from evil. That's what happened with my adepts, whose act of treason was a genuine attempt to save the city. And yet again, I am forced to repeat myself. While we are wasting time on pointless quarrels, people are dying under the rubble in our city. People whom we could have saved if you had only set your soldiers to the task and not kept them here, surrounding a useless and utterly harmless hole in the ground.
Harmless? Well, if it's on your say-so, then that must be mean there's something down there. Your associates, no doubt. And they're just waiting for us to abandon our post before they slink out and try again, too. And you, I remember you. You appeared in my city the day the demons attack. What were you doing here? Answer at once, or I'll have you strung up by your ankles before you know it. Don't think the demons have wounded me. I still have enough strength to take on 100 of your sorts. And what is this hideous creature? Well, it appears a land of suspicion. Lan, at your service. My forebears fought in the First Crusade. I lived in Kenabres my whole life. You haven't ever seen me before? Well, it must be because you don't ever venture into the underground district. We've been meaning to complain to the city authorities that our paving stones have been in need of repair for a long time. The First Crusade? So you're mongrel. You obviously know human speech. Surprisingly well, in fact. Alright, let's be off with you. If he causes any trouble, I shall hold you responsible. Come to think of it, you'll still have to tell me who you are. I'm a crusader, and I'm fighting to liberate Kenabres from the demons. Who are you to be asking such questions? I find it passing strange that you don't really know who I am. Hulrun Shapak, Prelate of Kenabres, Inquisitor by the grace of Yamade, Defender of the city of the grace of Her Majesty Queen Galfrey, against threats from within and without.
And, as we can see, you've done a sterling job protecting the city.
The golden-curled Aasimar flashes a flinty smile.
I am Ramian of Edmi, prior of the Temple of Desna, which, alas, currently lies in ruins. Wise Halrin here believes it is vital to guard this hole in the ground, from which he is certain demons will emerge at any moment. I have been trying to convince him that the city has far more urgent matters to deal with. For instance, rescuing those currently dying under the rubble.
True. You know what? There may in fact be one matter that is more important than guarding this hole. I've put it off and I've put it off, and look where it's led us. I should have hung you with the gates, at the gates, when you dared to defend your gang of delinquent demon collaborators. If the Sarkorians had hanged Arul Vornish while they had the chance, they never would have been a war. I won't repeat the mistake. I won't hesitate any longer. Soldier, seize this scum. Prelates, see reason. There are frightening times, but threatening to hang someone without trial, that is unworthy of a servant of Yamade. The old man fixes his eyes on Sela. Lest you forget, girl. We may serve the same goddess, but you are not an Inquisitor. Don't question the way I choose to serve Yamade, and I won't question yours. Behold, Inquisitor, I bear the gift of an angel who died in the caves beyond Kenabres. I'm no enemy of yours. Also, there's a demon over there on the other side. What it looks like. The old man frowns and whispers something. A prayer or a spell? With each word, his face relaxes. You are telling the truth. The light in your hand was wrought by the power of heaven. I will keep an open mind with regard to you, stranger. And later, unless less fractious circumstances, I would like to ask you about how you came to receive this gift. But that can wait. Now I must deal with this filth once and for all. What precisely are you accusing Ramian of, Inquisitor? Treason! Not long ago, before the city was attacked, several followers from his temple tried to secretly access the Wardstone and perform an unknown ritual over it. The Wardstone of Kenabres, the gift from Yamade, the bringer of light, wrought by the hands of herald, the first in chain, and followers of the crazy runt of goddess try to meddle with it using their magic after hearing a voice in their dreams. My soldiers almost had them caught when Ramian got in the way, allowing the traitors to go around. I made a mistake. I didn't have him locked in a cell and interrogate him within an inch of his life, and now the city lies in ruins. It's time to rectify that mistake. So Halrin is kind of blaming himself on what happened to the city, I guess. Izzy, how you doing? Welcome in. I've told you before and I'll tell you again. My people foresaw the attack on the city. They knew the Wardstone already carried a seed of corruption within itself. They were simply trying to heal it. I heard similar claims before, and now where was it? Ah, yes. Staunton Wayne, the traitor who brought down Dresden. The lessons of the past have taught us a great deal. That is why I never believed you All your mobs lies for seconds, and I was right. Don't lay a finger on him or you'll have to answer to me. Stop! You're the defenders of what remains of Cannabis. Can't you think of anything better than to be at each other's throats in the ruins of the city? You're a fool, Huron. You're a zealot and a murderer, but you're a fool first and foremost. I told you the Wordstone was weakened. You wouldn't listen. I warned you that the city was going to be attacked. You shooed me away. The truth is that young adepts were trying to save the Wordstone, and you stopped them. Of course, those truly responsible for the strategy are demons, but you have done nothing to prevent it. And now, would you still rather kill an innocent person and perish yourself than admit that you were wrong? As always. Oh, he's having a tantrum. He fled, the heretic. He is no doubt expecting me to rush in for pursuit, but that won't work. What about you? If you truly have been marked for a gift from heaven, this is your chance to save the city. Go and bring back that filthy traitor. I'm almost certain that he and his cronies are helping the demons. Their attempt to bewitch the Wardstone is clear proof. Ramen must be captured. I see you suffered greatly in battle. Nonsense! I had to deal with a brood of Navasus. It was nothing. I've taken on worse enemies with the goddess' help. Navasus are known as death demons, have the ability to drain their victim's life force. Judging by Holren's pallor, he has lost a significant amount of his energy. The Inquisitor can bluster as much as he wants, but right now he's far from the peak of his abilities. Ramen really warned you about the attack? Those crazed Desnants were always bursting into my study with their incoherent prophecies that came to them in their dreams. I won't lie, sometimes what they say did come to pass, but can we really rely on woolly dreams of heretics over the cold hard facts of intelligence reports? Plenty of demons could have easily fooled them into whispering a treasonous plan into their dreams, and those lunatics would be happy to listen. This time, Mr. Curls for Brains came to me and declared that the demons were about to attack the city and that the Wordstone power was diminished by some kind of condemnation or taint. You might forgive me for even repeating the words. After uttering such blasphemy, you should have been locked up long ago. You are just a fool. There's nothing dangerous in the hole. You have no reason to guard it. You told me yourself that you received a light-bringing gift from an angel who perished in the caves. It is not a secret the passage are teeming with dangerous creatures that could kill anyone, even a warrior of heaven. Demons and demonic offsprings love roaming about underground. That's why I will be keeping an eye on this hole. If the beast decides to attack from there, we'll be ready. Okay. Where can I find Ramen? He turned invisible. Like the treated little rat he is, he'll be sitting, trembling, and waiting till he's dragged out of here. If they're prodded after you, that seems the only sensible thing to do. It's what I do. I'm sure lots of things sound sensible to you. And it works too. As you can see, I'm still alive. Why are you so obsessed to find enemies everywhere you look? Why? Why? You must not be from these parts. You wouldn't have asked such a question. Look for enemies everywhere because our enemies are everywhere. Who are we at war with? Demons. Demons and cultists. They are masters of deception. They worm their way into your favor and masquerade in all manners of false guises. Do you think Dresden was taken by force? No, by trickery. Were it not for me, Cannabis would have been gone the same way long ago, captured out from under our noses. Now listen to what I'm about to tell you. This was a long time ago. I was a very young... Apologies. I'll let it read out.
Now listen to what I'm about to tell you. This was a long time ago. I was very young then, and I had just joined the crusade. Back then, Canabres didn't have a garrison so much as a public thoroughfare. Anyone who wanted could just stroll into the city. One day at dawn, a group of refugees came up to the city gates, bold as brass. The guards let them in, and why not? For no one was ever turned away. 'Twas no matter. Everyone was welcome in our city. If you came from Mendev, or if you'd hauled yourself here from across the seas, the crusade accepted all and sundry. But on this occasion, we paid dearly for our laxity.
Is that so?
Just as soon as the innocent lambs entered the city, they transformed into demons and rushed towards the wardstone, slaughtering everyone who tried to stop them. 62 people died in less than a minute. The demons used their mutilated corpses to desecrate the obelisk. None of them dared to go near it. The light of the goddess burned them all, so they threw the blood from far, spattering the wardstone from every direction. And the lead demon, an eyeless beast, Minago, in her name, jeered and gloated, saying we mortals had been sitting ducks, and the creature was right too. We let our guards down, and we got what we deserved. The bloodbath came to be known as the Red Morning Massacre, and it was burned into the townsfolk memories. Since then, Canabras has adopted different practices. Heretics, cultists, spies, and all the rabble who coveted a ruler's glory. We drove them all out of our city. We haven't had any trouble ever since. Many have come here, even the Balor Korasmazde, and they have all been straight back to where they came from. Who the hell is that? He's one of the Scar's most powerful generals. Oh, okay. I have to go. Go on then, if you have to go. It would be good if you could return with the head of that scum. I remember you. When Father and I arrived in the city, you met us. What is this gibberish? Do I have nothing better to do than arrange meetings with vagrants? But it's true. You and other knights tied us to stakes and started light on the bonfire. Father died, and then one of your knights changed his mind and pulled me from the flames. But then he died too. Don't you remember? If you were burned, then it was with good reason. You see some traitor helped you escape from the fire? That is a crime in itself, and which means that you have been evading justice all the years. If it weren't for the invasion, I would review your case and see that your sentence was finally fulfilled. You're lucky that we have more important matters to deal with right now. He didn't look the way he does now, all wrinkled and gray. He was young with a big moustache. You've probably forgotten all about me. It was a long time ago, but I do want to see something. I'm not cross with him. This knight is a true hero. He just really wanted to protect the city. Only he got it all mixed up about who was good and who was evil. You forgive him after all he did to you? He thought he was doing the right thing. How do you know? Maybe you've done something thinking was a good thing, but you really were doing a bad thing that hurt someone. But what if I've done the same thing? You can't get angry at people for making mistakes when you might be no better than them. Wow. So Hodrun, you sent an innocent child to be burned at a stake? Didn't you want to ask for forgiveness? Bah! Hardly anyone could look innocent. How did this girl manage to survive the fire? And what about the crow that's always flying around here? I advise you to take a closer look at that innocent little lamb of yours. If you ask me, she looks highly suspicious indeed. Let's go, Ember. Yeah, let's go. Bye-bye, kind knights. Holy moly. Oh, crap. Centipedes. I think we can do this turn-based.
You're irrelevant.
There we go. There's more? And we've leveled up. Nice. Nice-oo. Gotta level up. And now there's Crusaders.
Follow my steps.
We could move over there. If we want to. but I didn't
Our
want to.
duty calls.
How about ability? Where's my angelic lights? Oh, there it is. Out of angels. Everybody gets a little bit of an extra HP. So, level up. Let's do this. Eldritch Scion. Yes, we're gonna keep on going over here. We're not getting anything. Resist energy next turn. Bonus feats. Oh yes. Oh yes. And an additional feat as well. Next level will be massive. Level 5. I get 1 ability score. I probably want dexterity to go up to 20 as well. So persuasion and use magic device. So athletics is +3. Arcana is Nenio. World is also Nenio. Okay. Nature, also Nenio. Religion, wow. Then you like a rounder on this topic. Gotta put 1 point into athletics. Make sure that we don't have a minus on athletics checks. So frigid touch, 46 cold damage. We want all the touch spells, if possible. Could go for mirror image or blur. The mirror image, that's even better. Yeah, let's go for mirror image. So harder the hits when we go inside. We did combat. Good, my dear paladin. You have reached smite additional use, channel positive energy. You have reached level 3. I'm a weapon focus. I would like now to go into a ranger and a Sable Company Marine. So at the first level we get shield focus. We get a hippogriff companion. In my case, we need a name for our hippogriff. Favorite enemies as well. Okay. So Sable Company Marine is what we're doing here. Her. Next. We get 1 ability point. I'm gonna put that into wisdom. So then we have 4 points. Perception. Ability and athletics. At least we are
not at a loss with it. Yeah. That's okay. Animal hippogriff. Saddle up ranger proficiencies. Oh, boom. So, our animal companion. An aggressor, a bully, a bulwark, a daredevil, a death-touched, a racer, fast movements, devotion goes off, or a wrecker, sunder armor. You can attempt to dislodge an armor worn by an opponent. If your opponent maneuver is successful, the target loses the bonus from the armor for 1 round. It loses multi-attack. Becomes destructive wrecker. And wrecker's natural attacks ignore an inmate object's damage reduction. Can you equip wrecker with a door? Loses multi-attack over here as well. But he gets medium barding. Always go racer. Why that, Kindercon? Fast movements. Fast movements. Improved evasion. This ability works like evasion, except that while the character still takes no damage on the successful reflex saving throws. A character can avoid even magical and unusual attacks with great agility if the character makes a successful reflex saving throw against an attack that normal deals half damage and successful save instead takes no damage. Oh. We get better AC without armor. Let's go for Racer. Video. Athletics and mobility. Racer keeps multi-attack. Yes, it does. Beat. You cleave and power attack. Okay. I could give it dodge already. For a higher AC. Let's do that. We could see toughness or power attack. Power attack also not bad. Because then we can go into cleaving. Okay. A name. How do we name our griffin? A majestic griffin name. Let's ask the internet. Give me a majestic griffin name. Griffin names. Unmounted amount is always hit first unless it's an area attack. Ooh. I'm gonna call it Soft Talon. It's born on the 5th of Desnus. There we go. Very high speed. Holy crap, this is big. I have a feeling Soft Talon will die a lot
We will
at the beginning.
win this war.
I have a feeling that she will... Soft Talon will go die a lot until higher levels. Zen Archer. We're definitely gonna boost your dexterity. Could be up to 18. So that means also one higher SC class. Perception, definitely. Stealth and athletics. So, key powers. Getting tough skin, scorching ray, sudden speed, or true strike. Chance that applies to attackers trying to strike concealed target. Monk single attackable. Gains a plus 20 inside bonus. Yeah, I think True Strike for him as an archer. He's not bad. Wolfjif. Eldritch Scoundrel. At 4th, whenever a rogue deals sneak attack damage as a foe, you can also debilitate the target of her attack, causing it to take a penalty for 1 round. Bewilder, the targets become bewildered, taking penalty to AC. You want this, or do I go straight up for duelist with you? Duelist was under shoulder year? No. Which one was duelist? Was it under fighter? And fighter. No man. Slayer? Nope. Hunter. Urban Hunter, blah 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 blah. Blood Ranger. Am I confusing that D&D rules here? Shouldn't there be a duelist class? Oh, there it is, duelist. I need dodge for that. I see. Should have picked dodge instead double slice. Although that he was... Never mind, he had until level 3. We could not choose what he gets as a feat. We have the weapon finesse as well. Okay. Eldritch Scoundrel it is for the moment. I'm tempted to move your constitution throw up a notch. So you get a little bit of a higher hit bonus. Constitution, I mean. Or do I want to go and move your... Good. Then I would like with you... These magic devices, of course. No. Arcana with Nenio. Well, we have Sela. Well, we could give you some points into that as well. The things to note, the Griffin will have some skills that can be used while mounted. They will appear in Sela's skill list. If you put them onto the skill bar, they may come off when you change area, and while mounted, they will count as flanking for each other. They're very good teamwork feats. Yeah. I'm gonna work on that. Thank you kindly for letting me know. Thank you kindly for letting me know. Burning Arc. Do you want to go with touch spells with you and make touch spells arranged? So you can make... sneak attacks with touchy spells and therefore overcome ACs. That would be interesting. Paralyze subjects. Wait. Imbuing you with negative energy dispels allows you to paralyze a single living humanoid if the spell touch is successful. Let's do it. Full touch and rigid touch. Touchy. Bewildering injury. Can I activate those injuries? Yes, they are. Okay. A flying attack. Ooh.
Don't mind me.
Look at Arcane Trickster. You mean the class Arcane? Eldritch Scoundrel. Or is it a feat, Arcane Trickster? It's a class. I mean, I'm definitely not gonna move his next level into the 5th level as well, since we're getting a feat over here. Should have moved it at 3rd level into maybe Arcane Trickster. Mistakes have been made. Woodruff and Nanny, I hate those guys. We'll see him if they remain in the group or not. Scroll Savants. I'm gonna keep you going down the road of Scroll Savants. So, extra point. Let's give it to Dex, so we have 1 extra AC. Religion review as well. So, you are Illusion. Haunting Mists. The illusionary must obscure all side attacks made in the mist against anything in the mist must contend with a total concealment. All creatures within the mist must save or take 1d2 points of wisdom damage and suffer the shaking condition for 1d4 rounds. Such creature becomes invisible. We do like our illusion magic view, right? Good. Let's do Haunting Mist. And Blur. As for you, Stigmatized Witched, we're getting our first Hex now. That means we're getting our Evil Eye. So, huge magic device. Arcana with Nenio. Still gonna use it. And Religion. Yeah, let's do Religion. Evil Eye, please. And then we have a spell. Bone Shaker. I like the cast of Kingmaker so much more. I could rant on the War of the Righteous characters for a long time. I mean, you can grab just the mercenaries. So, then again, it's a taste preference. So, Seal of the Hippogriff. Wow, Soft Talon is actually super fast. What do we have there? Crystals.
The demon invasion transformed all of Canavres into one great battlefield, but nowhere in the city suffered as much as this square. This place saw a clash of titans, the demon lord Daskari, leading his hordes from the abyss, and the dragon Terendalef, the mightiest of the city's defenders, and one of the first to fall. The scene of destruction leaves no doubt as to the battle's outcome. A skilled scout could recreate the course of the battle moment by moment simply by looking at the ruins, from the chimneys torn down by powerful wings in a sharp dive, to the bloody tracks left behind when the demon dragged away the noble reptile's broken body. But it is no hypothetical scout gazing upon the ruins. It is Wyren, and he is not alone.
The shadow of a strange, barely perceptible presence lingers over this place. Like a gaze from any observer, this mysterious force, unknown to mortal kind, suddenly assesses, judges, and seeks a better way. In an instant, Wyren is vested with this power and looks at the world with his eyes. The past, the present, and the future stand before him as an ununified whole, an unmoving, multifaceted crystal that would be beautiful were it not for the fractures, blemishes, and flecks marring its splendor. What past does he see? In the past exists the one who wielded this gaze in life. Although the one and life are in opposite terms of aeons, the supernatural embodiments of cosmic balance, rather than who or what. A better word would be for these entities is how. This unit appeared from outside this world, from a great beyond. To put an end to the intermingling of the planes and destroy the Worldwound, the chasm disrupting the order of multiverse. Alas, the visitor from beyond proved too weak for the battle they came to fight. They even failed to finish casting the spell that would have sent the Scurry back to the abyss, when with one swing of the scythe, the Demon Lord cut the Eon down. What present does he see?
ruins, blood, corpses. None of this perturbs the Eon's opponent's gaze. The livings are alive. The dead will be judged by Pharasma. All as it should be. But the demons circling in the sky of prowling through the streets create the jarring juxtaposition, like splashes of blood-red ink on a restrained penciled sketch. They should not be here. The world of mortals is for mortals. The demon's place is the demon's worlds. How sublime the world would be if everything in it knew its place. But even the demons aren't as abhorrent as a sharp-edged, unassuming crystal and bricks and smashed cobblestones. No mortal would notice it. But to the Eon's eyes, its mere existence is an outrage against universal laws. Wyren picks the crystal up out of the dirt and stuffs it in a pocket. He's mortal, which means he has the power to decide what to do with it. Purple stone knife. What does the future see? Good and evil, chaos and order. Everything is its lawful place in the multiverse and is no longer trespassing where it does not belong. Nothing is disrupting the smooth and steady current of rivers of souls. From life into death, back into life again. Reality, rid of its flaws, is now perfect, and the Eons withdraw to eternally admire its beauty, which will never be threatened again. After allowing the hero to view the worlds through their eyes, the little that remained of the destroyed Eon is killed, even appropriate here for an entity that is removed from life and death as we understand them. Used up its last vestige of memory. Now they're ready to disperse into nothingness, unless someone decides to preserve the Eons within themselves. Will the hero take on this power so they may look again at the world through another's eye, or will they be allowed to vanish it? Retain the Eon's power within yourself. The spirit of the Eon dwells out of sight, deep in Wyren's soul, like a pair of magical spectacles stowed away until the moment when the heroes once again need to look through the world of another's eye. We store them all in us. Good crap. Enemies. My playthrough left Wolfshit to rot in prison and dumped Nenny in the first encounter. I think it's used one merc to fill the squad. Fair point. Fair point. So move up there.
My tail is restless.
Move up there.
Let us bide our time.
This war must end.
Always be ready for the worst.
Solan. Let's shoot the cleric.
Endure this!
Nice. That's how it should be. Straight up cleric dead. Want a lot of people over there. Magic missile. Boom. 2-5. How about we cast some... you know, dirt on the grounds? No can do. Fair enough. Divine Zap. No actions left in this turn. Oh well, we do have enough speed to get there. Oh my goodness gracious. That was great. So, move up here, Wyren. Round 1. An icy shot. Oh, there's another cleric. There is another cleric.
Let's see if the grease hits them. Very nice. We gonna put an evil eye on this fighter. Beautifully. Oh, just sliced him in half. Oh boy, oh boy. That could also be a nice shot over here. Very disgustingly. So there we go. Okay. Can I charge this entity over there? I can't. That's demon. Shoot a firebolt over there. Okay, at least four Daka. They're all still surprised. Cause fear. Oh, my pet is now afraid. Very good. Cleric is gone. Stinking clouds. What's the image here in your stinky clouds? Do they have is ice resistance? And its resistance, ice, fire, and cold. Okay, that's why. Wolfchief's not feeling well. Let's go to the stinky cloud. Ember, get out of there as well, please. How about a scream? Bam, he's gone. And we're running. Let's charge the flame blade. Nice. Moving out of there. Oh, there's the bolt I think we used to shoot. So let's move over here and shoot the cleric. That's a miss. You're not feeling so well, Amber. Cleric. We're missing. They're running. Oh, we're probably gonna go for Angelic or the Golden Dragon path. 2 misses, wow. Nice bless.
Make every strike count.
13. Ouch. That does hurt. Oh boy. Still not feeling well. Apparently.
I'll hit you.
Still afraid. The poor thing. Still touchy touch. Holy crap. Obliterated.
So he's falling down. We're getting some Bane over here. Still did not recover. Gonna keep frosting the cleric. Nice. Wolfchief, have you recovered now? You're finally normal. Okay. Good to know. Shot. Our birdie is quite afraid. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. Yes. You little crap.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Nothing you can do. Are you kidding me? Okay. Let's do it normal. Oh no. There we go. Sealer coming for the rescue.
Let's head out.
Nice there, soft talon. Very nice. Yeah, the late poison will be something we want ASAP. Bane is still going on. The midnight bolts that we shot at the Scary. Is the midnight bolt there if you don't use the crossbow at the beginning? I wonder.
Ask nicely.
Dispel that. Of plates. Masterwork glaive. Normal club. Okay. Look at that. What do we have there? What is this? Half plate plus 1. Oh. Yeah, we want that. Armor AC up to 24. Dueling swords. Potions. Drink until fully healed. There we go. But yeah, the late poison communal is something we want ASAP. Good. This is where the whole big fight happens. Who's that? Thanks to God, I found someone who's fleeing in a panic. Are you Crusaders, mercenaries? I'm a servant of Count Darren Kiel Nevis Arendi. My lord's mansion is under attack by demons. The master himself and all his guests are trapped inside, and those house guards are nowhere to be found. I managed to escape through the servants' passage to look for help. Will you help? The mansion is only a stone's throw away, in the next street over. You've heard about Arendi family before. It's a wealthy noble Mendevian dynasty. Was almost wiped out by demons more than 10 years ago. Where's your master's house? I'll help. It's not far at all. You're better off entering from the next street over. The passage I used to get out. Help! I'm begging you. I hate to think what the Count will do to me if I don't bring back help. Okay. I am very curious who will he replace? Because I most likely will bring him along as an oracle. He's having massively strong healing powers. That means I need to leave someone behind. Who would that be? Maybe Wolfjeff? You want to do that? Hard decisions making. Hard decision making.
Let us be careful.
Oh. Drink and booze.
Tread lightly.
More dead people. Hear me. Take heed. The hordes of the abyss march. The Watson is the target. We must allow me to capture it. The Kansas will be distraught. Disastrous. The Temple of Desna. Oh. I guess this is also where we found the fella who's invisible. Can I adopt the cat? Cat is called Tiger. Oh, cute. You are part of ours now.
Follow my steps.
Neophytes. And there seems to be a house over there. The wizard over there. I would like to not be there. If possible. But we're not that fast. So, you moving up here. And we're doing ignite on the wizards. Boom, sneak attack, it worked. It worked. I am impressed. Let's move over here with Wyren.
Attack!
So another wizards, an evoker, magic missiles. That's a miss, my friends. I have no clue what you are, Vermalek, but you look disgustingly dangerous. How about give you a blinding ray? Zoom. You overcome the spell resistance. Okay. I guess spell resistance will be a thing. If your main character can do the lock picking, then I would leave Wolfjeff. Don't have somebody who's been able to do the lock picking as of now, but we'll look into it. Vulnerable first. Very nice. Oh, we can now do a flying attack. Let's do it on the evoker. I thought it's a straight up attack, but it's apparently just a repositioning. Dance band. Let's do an extra attack.
You won't survive.
Shoot the barbarian. Holy crap. Holy moly. Land. My goodness, lad. Ooh, but Wolfjeff is so powerful. Charge. Ow. Oh, come on. Get that freaking evoker over there. Beautiful. More spells. And a light crossbow. Heavy crossbow. Long pig. I'll take that. And the rusty horseshoe. Some ripped lumps and flesh of the dead bodies. Some of the ripped lumps and flesh from the dead bodies. Okay. Wild into the house. I have no clue what awaits us there. So let's go sneaky sneak. Please. There's a trap over there. There's a dead body. Let's disarm the trap.
Pretty good, aren't I?
What do we have here? A journal about experiments. Let's keep it in mind. Let's keep this in mind. I'm gonna read about the experiments in our next episode and see what the fuss is about in here. Stories told by Spirit, the Knights of the Harrowed Hands, Cannabis Medium Elegance. Fantastic, fantastic. And with that, Mighty Vikings, I welcome and thank you. I thank you for tuning in for a Pathfinder Let's Play. If you're watching this on YouTube later on, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell your friends, your mama, and your brother too to do the same, and leave a comment down below on what you think of our run, and if you have any suggestions to improve. I think that I might be able to pull out more of Volchev. But I don't know what kind of group constellation I would like to have. Definitely want a spellcaster with us. I definitely want somebody who's healing. We have a tank. Lan is gonna remain with us. Could have Ember out. But I kind of like her naivety. It's very refreshing. Hard decisions, hard decisions.